So hi there students, welcome back to another video lesson. So for this particular video lesson, we will be studying solving problems involving quadratic equations. So for our lesson objective, we will be solving problems involving quadratic equations. So before we proceed to our discussion, let's have the following reminders when it comes to solving word problems. First, make an illustration of the given if necessary. Okay, like for example, if the given problem is a geometric problem, it is most effective when we do illustration. And then define all the variables. Okay, so kailangan po nating ibigay lahat ng ating mga given para at least guided po tayo kung ano po ang ating hinahanap. And then determine special formula needed and substitute all the given into the equation. Okay, may mga given problem po kasi sa math na nangangailangan po ng mga formulas. Okay, like for example, if you were asked to get the area of a rectangle, okay, you should be aware of the formulas of this so that you will be able to answer the problem. Always write the equation standard form. Okay, so paulit-ulit ko pong diniscuss sa inyo yung standard form ng quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So always write the equation po in standard form para mas maging solvable po yung ating equation. And then after we write the equation standard form, now is the time to solve the equation using different methods. So anyway, a quadratic equation can be solved using 4 methods. Okay, pero yung pinaka-effective talaga na method is the quadratic formula. And then after solving the equation, of course, finally, we have to check our answers. So in order for us to verify kung tama ba yung mga naging sagot natin o kung may mali ba. Okay, so always check your answers. So let's have problem number 1. The product of two consecutive positive odd integers is 63. Find the larger integer. So we have there the word consecutive. So pag sinabi po natin consecutive, magkakasunod. Okay, and then positive odd. Okay, so meron po tayo ditong odd integers. Okay, ibig sabihin po nun, at ang kailangan po nating mga integers yung 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. Kapag naman po even integers ang hinahanap, 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. Okay, so positive odd integers lang po ang ating hinahanap. So paano po ang kanyang equation? So let x be the smaller integer. Next, x plus 2 be the larger integer. Okay, so meron na po tayong representation na ating problem. So ngayon naman po yung ating equation na. So since based sa problem natin, yung product ng two consecutive positive integers na yun is 63, so gagawin natin equation as x times x plus 2 equals 63. Okay, and then we distribute x to x plus 2. So x times x, that is x squared, x times 2, that is 2x, equals 63. Okay, then reminder, we have to write the equation in standard form. So 63, ililipat natin siya sa left side, magiging negative 63 siya. So x squared plus 2x minus 63 equals 0. Now, we have to factor x squared plus 2x minus 63. So using factoring method na lang. Okay, so what are the factors of negative 63 that when added will give a sum of 2, the coefficient of the middle term? So yung factors po niya are 9 and negative 7. So pwede po nating isulat as x plus 9 times x minus 7 is equal to 0. And then we equate each term to 0. So that will become x plus 9 equals 0. And then yung isa, x minus 7 is equal to 0. So x plus 9 is equal to 0, magiging x equals negative 9. And then x minus 7 equals 0, magiging x equals 7. So based sa ating problem, kailangan lang po natin is positive odd integers. So kitang-kita po natin yung negative 9, odd integer po siya, but then again, negative po siya. So our solution only will be x equals 7. So x equals 7, this will be our smaller integer. And then x plus 2, that is 7 plus 2, that is 9. So 9 is our larger integer. To check if the product of these two integers is 63, we will multiply them. So that is 7 times 9 equals 63. So clearly, the product of the two consecutive positive odd integers, 7 and 9, is 63. So yung hinahanap natin na larger integer is 9. So for our next problem, the sum of two numbers is 13 and the sum of their squares is 89. Okay, so ang kanyang representation, let x be the first number. And then 13 minus x naman be the second number. And then yung equation natin magiging x, the quantity x squared plus the quantity 13 minus x squared equals 89. So bakit naka-square? It's because based from the problem, the sum of their squares is 89. So kailangan natin erase sa 2 yung bawat terms and then equate natin siya sa 89. So the square of x, that is x squared, and then the square of 13 minus x, so that is 13 times 13, that is 169, and then twice the product of the first and second term, 13 times negative x, that is negative 13x, times 2, that is negative 26x. And then square the last term, negative x times negative x, that is positive x squared, equals 89. Now, we combine like terms. And then tong 89 na to, lipat natin siya sa left side. So we combine like terms, magiging 2x squared kasi x squared plus x squared. And then minus 26x plus 169 minus 89 equals 0. Then 169 minus 89, that is 80. So i-rewrite natin as 2x squared minus 26x plus 80 is equal to 0. So since yung ating whole equation, yung lahat ng numerical coefficient niya is divisible by 2, pwede nating i-divide by 2. So magiging x squared minus 13x plus 40 is equal to 0. Now, using factoring, so what are the factors of 40 that when added will give a sum of negative 13? Okay, so yung mga factors po niya, negative 5, tsaka negative 8. Okay, so sulat natin as x minus 5, and then x minus 8 is equal to 0. Okay, and then we equate each term to 0. So x minus 5 is equal to 0. X minus 8 is equal to 0. X minus 5 is equal to 0, that is x equals 5. Then x minus 8 equals 0, that is x equals 8. So yung mga hinahanap po nating numbers are 5 and 8. Okay, so kapag pinag-add po natin ang 5 tsaka 8, that is 13. What about naman yung mga squares? 5 squared plus 8 squared equals, so 5 squared, that is 25, 8 squared, that is 64, so 25 plus 64, that is 89. So to answer the question, find the smaller number. So the smaller number here is 5. So 5 is our answer. So for example number 3, the perimeter of a rectangle is 38 meters. If the area of the rectangle is 84 square meters, find its dimensions. So una muna natin gagawin is mag-draw tayo ng rectangle and then i-label natin yung mga parts niya. So ito yung width niya and then ito naman yung length. And then yung ating perimeter will be 2L plus 2 width. So, yan po yung formula ng perimeter ng rectangle. So, i-substitute lang natin yung 38 meters na perimeter. Okay, so magiging 38 is equal to 2L plus 2W. And then, we divide the whole equation by 2 kasi divisible naman by 2. So, magiging L plus W equals 19. And then, express natin yung L in terms of W, magiging L is equal to 19 minus W. And then itong L is equal to 19 minus W na to, isa-substitute natin siya sa formula ng area ng rectangle. So the area of the rectangle is A equals length times width. Okay. So based sa given problem natin, ang area is 84 square meters. So that will become 84 is equal to L. So yung L natin, that is 19 minus W. So substitute natin siya. And then times W. And then 84 is equal to 19 times W, that is 19 W. And then negative W times W, that is negative W squared. Okay. So, sulat natin siya in standard form. So, magiging ganito siya. Negative W squared plus 19W equals 84. Okay. So, ilipat natin yung 84 sa left side. Magiging negative W squared plus 19W minus 84 is equal to 0. Since hindi pwedeng maging negative yung numerical coefficient ng natin, ng ax squared, so i-multiply natin yung whole equation by negative 1. Okay, so magiging W squared minus 19W plus 84 is equal to 0. So, ito ang ating equation ngayon para mahanap natin yung mga dimensions. So, yung nakuha nating equation kanina, W squared minus 19W plus 84 is equal to 0. Ipa-factor natin siya. So, ang mga factors po ng 84 ay negative 7 and negative 12. So, magiging W minus 12 times W minus 7 is equal to 0. And then we equate each term to 0. W minus 12 is equal to 0. W minus 7 is equal to 0. So W minus 12 equals 0, magiging W equals 12. And then W minus 7 equals 0, magiging W equals 7. Okay. So W equals 7. So ito yung gagamitin natin para makuha natin yung length. So, tatandaan yung length kanina, L is equal to 19 minus W. So, isa-substitute lang natin yung 7 dun sa W. So, L is equal to 19 minus 7. So, L is equal to 12. So, ayan. So, meron na po tayong width and length. So, ang next na gagawin natin ngayon is i-check natin kung tama ba yung perimeter tsaka area. So, perimeter muna, P is equal to 2L plus 2 width. Okay. So, the perimeter is 38, di ba? Meters equals 2 times the length, that is 12 meters. And then, plus the width, 2 times 7 meters. So 38 meters is equal to 2 times 12, that is 24 meters, plus 2 times 7 meters, that is 14 meters. So if we will add 24 and 14, that is 38. So tama po yung ating perimeter. Sa area naman po, length times width. So the area of the given problem is 84 square meters. So that will become 12 meters times 7 meters. So 84 square meter is equal to the product of 12 meters and 7 meters, that is 84 square meters. So tama po. So yung dimensions na hinahanap po natin ay 12 meter by 7 meter. So yung 12 meters, yun po yung length, and then 7 meters, yun po yung width. Example number 4. Suppose the length of a rectangular garden is 6 more than thrice the width. If the area of the garden is 240 square meter, find the width of the garden. Okay. So, based dito sa problem natin, yung length daw ng rectangular garden is 6 more than thrice the width. So, paano natin yun i-represent? So, yung length po magiging 3x plus 6. And then, yung width natin, x lang. Okay, and then the given area is 240 square meters. By the way, i-label natin sila. Ito yung 3x plus 6. And then, ito naman yung x. Okay. So, the area naman ng rectangle is 240 square meters. So, A is equal to LW. So, ang gagawin lang natin, i-multiply natin yung L and W. So, 3x plus 6 times x, and then equals 240. So, pwede siyang maging ganito. 3x squared plus 6x is equal to 240. So, sulat natin yung equation natin sa standard form. So, 3x squared plus 6x minus 240 is equal to 0. And then, since yung numerical coefficient natin, yung tatlo, divisible by 3, pwede natin i-divide sa 3. So, magiging x squared plus 2x minus 80 is equal to 0. And then, x squared plus 2x minus 80 will be factored. So, yung factors ng negative 80 na magbibigay ng sum na 2 ay yung mga 10 and negative 8. So, sulat lang natin ulit. X plus 10 times x minus 8 is equal to 0. And then we equate each term to 0. So, x plus 10 is equal to 0. X minus 8 is equal to 0. So, x equals negative 10 and then x equals 8. So, hindi po kasi natin tinatanggap yung mga negative values when it comes to measurement po. So, x equals 8 lang po yung ating solution. Okay? So, and then, substitute natin siya dun sa mga given natin. So, x equals 8, ito po yung magsisilbing width. So, ito po yung hinahanap natin. So, 8 meters. And then, sa 3x plus 6 naman, so, magiging 3 times 8 plus 6. So, 3 times 8, that is 24 plus 6, that is 30. Now, if we multiply 8 and 30, so, area is equal to LW. So, yung length natin is 30 meters. And then, yung width natin is 8 meters. So, 30 times 8, that is 240 square meters. So, ibig sabihin, tama po yung nakuha nating value ng x. So, the width of the garden is 8 meters. Okay. So, 8 meters lang po yung ating sagot. So, For the next problem, number 5, the hypotenuse of a triangle measures 17 centimeters. One leg is 7 larger than the other. Find the measure of the two legs. Okay, by the way, when we say hypotenuse, this is the largest side of a right triangle. So, present lang po yung hypotenuse kapag right triangle po ang pinag-uusapan. Okay. So, i-label po natin. So, yung hypotenuse, ito po siya. Itong pinakamahaba na to. So, magiging 17 centimeters. And then, one leg is larger than the other. So, for example, this part, magiging x siya. And then, yung isang leg niya magiging x plus 7. Okay. Yan po. So, ganyan po yung tamang pag-represent sa illustration. And then, paano naman siya using equations? So, yung right triangle po kasi meron siyang formula na tinatawag na Pythagorean theorem wherein the sum of the square of the two legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. Okay, so magiging ganito siya niyan. So, yung A natin and B, yun yung mga legs niya, and then C yung hypotenuse. So, A natin will be x. Okay, so magiging x squared plus yung x plus 7 naman, magiging yung B. So, the quantity x plus 7 squared is equal to, so C, the hypotenuse, that is 17 centimeters. So, magiging 17 squared. Okay. So, and then, pwede natin siyang isolve. So, x times x, that is x squared, plus the quantity x plus 7, magiging x squared plus 14x plus 49 is equal to 17 squared, that is 289. And then we combine like terms. So x squared plus x squared, that is 2x squared. Then plus 14x plus 49. And then yung 289, pwedeng ilipat sa left side, magiging negative 289 is equal to 0. And then 2x squared plus 14x, 49 minus 289, that is negative 240 equals 0. And then, divisible sa 2, yung mga numerical coefficients natin, pwede nating i-divide sa 2. So, magiging x squared plus 7x minus 120 is equal to 0. So, ito po yung ating equation ngayon. So, yung equation natin kanina, x squared plus 7x minus 120 is equal to 0. So, using factoring, so factors po ng negative 120 are x plus 15 times x minus 8 is equal to 0. Then we equate each term to 0. So, x plus 15 equals 0. That will become x equals negative 15. So, hindi po pwede yung negative. So, hindi po natin pwedeng gawing solusyon yon. And then, x minus 8 is equal to 0. That will become x equals 8. So, since positive po siya, this will be our solution. So, to check, so yung x is equal to 8, ito po yung measure ng isang legs natin. Ito po. And then, yung x plus 7 naman, so, isa-substitute natin yung 8 doon. So, x plus 7 is equal to 8 plus 7, that is 15 centimeters. So, yung other leg po natin, ang measurement po niya ay 15 centimeters. Okay. And then, 8, 15, yun po yung mga measure ng two legs natin. And then, yung hypotenuse natin, 17. Tandaan nyo po, yung hypotenuse po, siya po yung largest side ng right triangle. So, hindi po pwede yung dalawang legs, mas mataas po yung measure dun sa hypotenuse. So, check natin using Pythagorean theorem. Kung tama nga ba. So, a squared. So, yung 8 muna. Yung b naman, yung 15. And then yung c, yung hypotenuse. So, 8 centimeter times 8 centimeters, that is 64 square centimeter. 15 centimeter times 15 centimeter, that is 225 square meters, centimeters, equals 17 times 17, that is 289 square centimeters. So if we add 64 and 225, that is 289 square centimeters. Ibig sabihin, yung 2 legs po na hinahanap po natin are 8 centimeters and 15 centimeters. So after we discuss solving problems involving quadratic equations, our next video lesson will be solving problems involving rational algebraic equations. So papasok po dito yung pag-transform natin ng mga equations into quadratic equations. So itong mga rational algebraic equations na to, ito-transform natin sila into quadratic equations na pwede natin silang isolve. Okay, so yun lang. Maraming salamat.